Hey, Kentucky, this is Mary Jo Perino. Tonight, the legal questions surrounding Governor Beshear's mask order continue. Coach Cal talks racial equality and the upcoming season. And I'll talk with former UK linebacker Cash Daniel. All that and more is next on Hey, Kentucky. Welcome to Hey Kentucky with LEX 18 Sports Director Keith Farmer. And if you're at home wondering how awesome it is to be doing this show from your home, Keith, it's what, 1,000,000 degrees where you're at?
It's so warm in this room right now. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to tomorrow at all.
Yeah, and the lights are killers. All right, let's begin with the latest on the debate over Governor Beshear's statewide mask mandate. Lawmakers in Frankfort had their first opportunity to discuss the matter yesterday. Kentucky health leaders told a subcommittee how important they believe wearing masks is to a successful reopening of the economy and how they are working to provide more guidance to businesses on how to enforce the new order. Meanwhile, 2 Louisville attorneys are weighing in on the legality of the governor's mandate, which is being challenged in court. One of the lawyers cites a century-old Supreme Court ruling that declared requiring all adults to receive the smallpox vaccine constitutional.
I think if it's, legal at a time when vaccines were much more dangerous than they are today, it's plainly constitutional to require people to wear masks when they enter places of public accommodation.
The governor's case goes back to court on Thursday. In the meantime, he's doing his best to make his case in the court of public opinion. Beshear says if fans want to see sports in Kentucky this fall, you got to wear a mask. He also cites support for his order from national and local leaders in the areas of government, business, and health. Keith, and as we mentioned yesterday, that's more than half the states have a mask mandate in place, and I think more are about to get on board.
Well, I tell you what, if everybody's up in arms about a mask, mandate, wait until we have to get the vaccine for this thing. I mean, I would like to believe that's going to be 100%, but everybody's going to fight this mask problem right now, and I just don't get it because to me it feels like we could make things so much better if we would just cover up while we're in public places.
Or if we have to shut in our homes again. Nobody wants that either.
Again, yes. No.
All right, Governor Beshear's team is also calling into question the impartiality of a Scott County Circuit judge who previously issued a restraining order in the case involving Evans Orchard. A court motion asks for Judge Brian Privet to be removed from the case, claiming he did not disclose a friendship with a plaintiff in the case, Commissioner of Agriculture Ryan Quarles. The filing includes a social media post from the judge. Beshear also claims Quarles is friends with the other judge in the circuit's division. Keith, I've always found it odd that Scott County was the one that was going to be making the decision for the entire state on this mask mandate thing. But I'm sure that Andy Beshear is also friends with a lot of judges in places. I mean, that's how this stuff works.
Yeah, probably so, but doesn't this feel like one of those TV shows where they get that gotcha moment where,
Yeah.
oh yeah, wait, there's pictures here and there's t-shirts there the guy's wearing, they're friends. It is kind of that moment. It feels like a TV show, but yeah, I mean, there's got to be a decision made by somebody.
Yeah, and we all have friends everywhere that shouldn't preclude us from doing our jobs correctly. So I hope that that's being done in this case. Attorney General Daniel Cameron has provided an update on the investigation into the death of Breonna Taylor, the Louisville EMT who was shot and killed by police while executing a no-knock warrant. Cameron says he's confident he's received all the necessary information from the LMPD, but he did not have an update on when they expect to close the investigation.
We continue to move as quickly as possible, obviously wanting a thorough and fair investigation. I won't have an update on the timeline today, but know that our team that we have is strongly working on getting to a resolution of it. We recognize the interest of the public in getting to a conclusion of this, but we also have a responsibility to make sure we get this right.
Louisville Mayor Greg Fisher has been asked to release all documents the city has relating to Taylor's case, but has said he can't during an ongoing investigation. Cameron says he agrees with that. The FBI is also conducting its own independent investigation of the case. Keith, I'm not sure if the FBI can make a decision. If the Attorney General's office goes one way, can the FBI overrule that? I don't know. But something has to happen soon, I would think.
Well, what I like about this is that we're not relying on just the city, because we heard some of the details in the conversations they had with the policemen there, and so I like the fact that we do have Cameron looking at this. We have the FBI looking at this, and like he said, I think they're going to get it right. They want to make sure that they've got everything done, and you're right, it needs to be done fairly soon, but hey, let's get this thing right, and let's get a couple of different organizations looking at it.
Yep. All right, last night we talked about Coach Cal's new mentorship program that he and his partners hope will change hiring practices inside America's athletic departments. Today, John Calipari updated the media on the program, which pulls together some of the true giants in college basketball. Cal hopes it will mentor young minorities who'd like to pursue careers either in coaching or athletic administration. He's got support from universities across America and funding and help from staffing services like ProLink.
And there are some out there that would be more talented than any of us on here, but they've never had the opportunity. They never had someone pushing them. They've never had the connections. They never rubbed shoulders with anybody. This gives minorities a chance.
When asked about what the next college basketball season might look like, Cal said it's just a guess at this point, but that we need to go with the science. He just hopes we can get the pandemic under control, don't we all? He also hopes to play because he says his team is really good. Meanwhile, the Coffee with Cal Facebook series has raised $1.5 million for COVID-19 relief. Keith, that alone is awesome, but this mentorship program, I think, could really have some long-lasting impacts on some people's lives.
Yeah, it's a terrific idea, and it's got a lot of coaches behind it, 35 coaches. And if you didn't get the chance to watch that Coffee with Cal last night, go back onto Facebook and find it, search for it. It was tremendous to see what great friends they are. I mean, they try and beat each other up on the court, but Rick Barnes and Bob Huggins, they were cutting up with Cal, talking about a serious, kind of serious issue, but it was so fun to watch them interact. It really is neat.
I love it. Even Ellen put on Instagram today, you don't think these guys are friends, but they're good friends. All right, turning to UK football. Quarterback Terry Wilson takes center stage in a new hype video which compares the struggle of his injury recovery with the team's struggle to take the field during the COVID-19 era.
We're going to get ready to take that field. We're not going to take one moment for granted because we know the game can be taken away. It's time for us to take it back.
I mean, all the feels and the chills, Keith. I want it so bad. I know these guys want to play. I just hope it happens.
You know what's really special, and I love watching a lot of her interaction, but his mother said, "Oh, be still my heart." And so it's just so neat to see her pulling for him, as you would expect, but wanting to see him to have this comeback and just to have a season period. So it's really cool to see that.
Absolutely. All right, before we go to break, we want to let you know that you can now see clips of Hey Kentucky on the LAX18 app on devices for your TV like Roku or the Amazon Fire Stick. Just download the LAX18 app, and when you open it, hit the back button to call up the main menu. You can see clips from the current day or past airings. Up next on Hey Kentucky, part one of my interview with former UK linebacker Cash Daniel. The charismatic athlete talks about his new web series, talking about race with his former teammates, and showing us his flawless Mark Stoops impression. Stay with us.